Sunday night special, D&D chill stream. And we have a topic tonight, as we always do, but we talk about it and we ramble on to other shit. So what's going on, everybody? Who's out there in the audience? Anybody watching? Chime in.
Vladimir Kleber already.
Vladimir
in the shadows.
All right. Well, he was saying hi, though, before we started.
Right.
Yeah. I want to make sure we're actually live. And I always check. Oh, looks like, yeah, we are live. My YouTube is going, which is a nice thing because last time it wasn't fucking going. Because fuck you, YouTube. You know? I don't know what the hell happened. Well, actually, it was a restream issue that we can't do it, but it's all working today. So welcome, everybody. What's going on, guys? Those above me. I did this so it looks like I'm tickling you,
You got the whole show on your show there.
Titty twister or something there,
Whoa. To dawn.
Dungeon Bard. That's a cool name. I like that. I don't like bards, but I like that name's a cool name. Dungeon Bard.
You like my bard?
Huh?
Your
bard was a good bard, I gotta say. It was one of the better bards. It might be the best bard I've read because it kept true to what the hell bards actually were. So yeah, your bard was good. Good evening, Chthonic Musings, Valamir, and anybody want to try that? Emanimoston. It could be, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Hello.
The E-Man. That's who he is.
E-Man.
Daniel.
He has the power.
Daniel's in the house. Oh, God. So, hello, Joe. Hello, all right, we got a hello. We don't know which one, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, really.
The good-looking one or not the good-looking one? Who you got to let us know who you're talking about here, man.
Age before beauty.
So let's talk about our topic so we can be done with it in 10 minutes and then confuse everybody who comes on later.
Yeah, what happened to the topic we were talking about?
Well,
somebody comes in 90 minutes later. It's like, no, we're not still talking about that.
Come on, can you give me a recap?
No, I got to ask, though, am I still streaming with two teetotalers?
Yes.
I'm not a teetotaler, but I will have my alcohol after the show.
I will have it before, during, and after. So kind of like a con, kind of like running a con game.
You know what's funny about it is that I decided to do it in February so I could lose weight before North Texas, and I was going to celebrate North Texas and have a drink, because I like they make a great old fashioned there. So I'm like, I'll do that. That'd be cool. And so I was like, yeah, this is cool. I'm losing weight, and it was so easy to just stop drinking. The hardest part was the habit of when you drink. You do a live stream, you drink. You hang out with your brother at the bar, you drink, right? You chill out at the end of the night, you have a drink, have a puff, a little joint or something. It's like these habits. Now, I remember what my father told me when he stopped smoking cigarettes. Now, cigarettes, nicotine is an obvious addiction, right? For him, it was a hard 3 or 4 weeks to break the addiction. For me, it was like no big deal. But afterwards, he says the habits were the hardest part to break. What do you do when you turn the car on? You light a cigarette. What do you do when you have coffee? You light a cigarette. What do you do when you have a beer? You light a cigarette. He says that's the hardest part once you got through the nicotine. And
what do you do when the clock hits 5:30? You have a beer.
That's it, right? It's like, yeah, well, that kind of thing, right? And after all my work was done and the day is over and I'm going to watch some dumb TV show at 10 o'clock at night and chill out for an hour before bed, I'll have make myself a drink or something, to smoke a little, have an edible, whatever. And those habits were so weird to me to break because I didn't know I had them as habits. It was a strange thing. Yeah.
Eric, you got something in the comments here to something about a PDF from.
I know. That's why I went O and Do.
What?
I got to forward a PDF to Jim Kitchen.
Oh, okay. Posted on Tenkar's Tavern live stream. What?
He's on all three.
Oh, okay. Taking that time to listen to this. All right, cool. Damn, you confused me with that, man. It's like parallel universe shit going on.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah. Kind of cool. So welcome. As long as you stay on my channel, that's good. I get the views. Speaking of which, how many we got going here? How many we got? We got 37 watching already. Damn. Eric, of course, is doubling. Eric is about as much as both of us. Mr. Live Stream here,
and by the way, since I think we're at 232 Minion/members.
Nice.
At 220, my Saturday night special live streams went ad free, so hopefully they went ad free tonight.
Shit.
Game of Thrones went ad-free going forward. We hit that yesterday. At 2:50, the Thursday night live streams with Don Samora, those will go ad-free. And at 2:75, Talking Crit will go ad-free. So
I am surprised that Don has time to do a live stream tomorrow. He's got a con starting in 4 days.
Yeah. Apologize. I just realized my microphone was all the way the fuck over here because I hadn't swiveled it in front of me, so my sound was bad. I apologize.
Nobody listens to you anyway, Joe, so you're fine.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Is this better for my mic?
Yeah, well, visually, yes. What is it? A face for radio and a voice for print? How does that go?
There we go. There we go.
Hey, we got a question, Eric. How's any updates for Glenn? You're in touch with everybody.
So Glenn actually called me on Friday.
Okay.
And he's like, "Are you doing the live stream tonight?" And it was like 7:55. I went,
Damn.
"No, Rach is actually very excited that I don't have Friday live streams in the schedule anymore for them." It's like, "Oh, all right. Well, if you were going to do it, I wanted to pop in." I was like, "Well, there'll be other live streams and other times to do so." He's supposed to be. He went from the hospital to, I guess, rehab that was adjacent to the hospital. He should be getting home, I believe, tomorrow.
Cool.
But then that will, he'll be going through, like, I'm assuming, weekly chemo after that. So.
How is he physically, mentally, Eric?
Great spirits. Holy
great.
He's like the old Glenn, and we had him on a week ago on Gamers Health. We had him on into the hotel. Not the hotel. The hospital kicked him off. But as he put it, he learned to actually love himself again. His world perspective changed with coming down with cancer and the tumor. So
it's a shame. I feel bad for him, but it's like little. If you can take something like that, a positive from such a tragic thing, you know what I mean? It's like that's something, man. It's a good attitude. It's a good attitude.
Yeah, my best friend from college, big gamer, runs just plays board game, big board gamer, and he had cancer a couple of years ago and he beat it. So yeah, Jesus, it's just, can't imagine.
That sucks. All three chat rooms comments got funneled to Joe the Lawyer's screen stream. Yeah, that's because I started the.
Yeah, he's the host of the live stream, so he.
Yeah, we try to get this thing set up on Restream on a Friday night because I guess YouTube, it helps that there's an advertisement 2 days ahead, before the thing.
Mine went up 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I didn't. I usually wait till about 2 hours before the show because I figure my audience might have a limited attention span. I don't want to. I'm like, oh, wait a second, but isn't there a live stream before that? And then I'll just not get anybody to show.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I think people just go onto your channel at 9:00 every night, assuming there's going to be a live stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Eric's
usually at 8. Yeah, but I know.
Yeah. No, we just always forget to do it. So it was like we're all talking to each other Friday night at like 11:30, 12, quarter to 12 a.m. midnight here, and we're like just yakking about topics and ideas, and I'm like, oh shit, we got to set it up. I'll set up now. This is us. And we're trying to
either Joe or I remember to do it.
Usually, yeah.
I do enough live streams. I'm like, I don't have to host Sunday. That's okay.
Yeah.
I can be here as a guest. I can goof around, not have to worry about like following anything, and I just do the technical advice in the background.
Yes.
How do we get the chat box to show up and not like be on top of somebody's face?
Yeah, like you're our tech support for Restream.
Yeah,
because this is how it started. And I'm like, what the hell? How did it make you work? So, this is how it ended because Eric's tech support. Because Restream changes everything, damn it. And at least if I set it up, I figure we're not going to lose me in a sense that it's going to broadcast on my damn channel, So
there you go.
Yeah, we do have a topic, but before we started, Joe went to take a leak, and me and Eric were like talking. And I said, "What the fuck's a topic?" Because Joe has my head spinning because he wants to get like 98 topics ahead. For the next 3 years, what are the topics going to be? And I forget what today's topic is.
I live in the future, and I'm pleased to be with you. Your ancient ways are quaint.
Jesus Christ, man! He's a private manager in real life,
and it's true because like this afternoon, I log into my YouTube. I'm like, oh. I have an invite from Joe. Already has the collab for May 1st done.
I did.
And I was gonna bust his balls, and I realized I have every video recorded through April 30th. because well, and I was on a roll. I got to the point where it's like, oh wait, I want this video to go. Oh, now I got to reschedule stuff. Now I got to everything's. I got to change the date on this one to put.
I do it all on. I have a Google Calendar, and all of my videos. Like, oh, I need to have a Greyhawk adventure hook on this date, and I need to have our collab on this date, and I need to have my long form Greyhawk on this date, and that's how I know which ones I need to do when I need to schedule it for. It's all on my Google Calendar, and that helps me tell when I need to do the next one that I've just done. The reason I had to do mine so far in advance is because I do all my videos on the weekend because I work full time and I write in the evenings, and I have a life and a wife, and so I get one day a weekend to do my videos. Right. And we're Eric and I are going to be at WizardCon next weekend.
Yep.
So every time I'm at a con, I got to stack up my videos in advance, so I don't, because I've lost the time to do them.
It took me, like, when we were at ShireCon, I was doing videos from my Airbnb kitchen. Like leaving the con going, oh, now I got to get a video done, and I'm not saying that I've got a great system. I'm still a procrastinator over a lot of things, but I have videos up through the 30th, and since there isn't going to be a Gamers Health next Saturday because I'm at the con, I already have a video scheduled for next Saturday because I'm not doing videos the days I normally have live streams. So I was like, holy crap, I've got it through the end of the month. That's amazing.
Yeah. And then
I've got stuff in the middle, up in the middle of May.
And then there's me, Mr. ADD, where I spent 20 hours last weekend fucking with Claude AI to get my Roll20 character sheet working for my new hack game system, 5e hack. And I'm like, I probably should be doing videos, but I'm in the middle of this. Between the ADD focus and a bit of a tism where I hyper focus on one thing, once I break through the ADD, I tism into something, right? And so I'm sitting there fucking hardcore all goddamn weekend. I'm like the typical program. I didn't take a shower, barely ate. And I'm like, grinding out shit here. And so then now tonight, after this fucking live stream, I got to record tomorrow's video. So yeah, it drops at noon. I'll be recording till 1 a.m. All right.
I do my best recording usually late at night. It's like, oh, Rach went to bed. No puppy distraction time. Okay, let's get to it.
I'm exactly. I do mine first thing in the morning on Saturday because I'm the only one in the house who's awake.
Nice.
And I can just, although the one I did today, the May 1st one, it took me so long. It took me hours to do it this morning because I had a lot of post prod. I had a lot of graphics and a lot of little segments that needed to be stitched together and stuff. And I even put bloopers at the end, which I almost never do, but I did a blooper reel.
Dude, you're an overachiever. I just recorded.
I did. I went all out on this one because it's a big topic, which we'll keep to ourselves. Right?
Yeah, you don't watch the Tavern for highly technical graphics. It's like,
normally I don't either, but for this I wanted to. This
is the May 1st one you were talking about. The you're talking about your May 1st video. The
May 1st one that I just sent you. That's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be a long one.
Right. Oh yeah, it's like 20 minutes. It's like
okay. Yeah.
Just as a preview, guys, we're all we won't talk about the topic or the person, but it's on May 1st. Our video, the gist of it is somebody did a video, and Joe's like, "It's getting to me. I got to do a video."
I did. It irked me. The video to which the three of us are reacting on May 1st irked me. So I push for that.
Well,
Shellback Bow. Yes, Ogre, the sci-fi tank game, and yes, having that as as a background. Now I got to get another curtain.
It's not a background. The way he said that, I think he thinks it's a fucking screen background, Joe.
Yeah, that is an actual curtain. This is physical.
Yeah, that's not a fake background. Like Eric got a fake background going.
Right. It's real. It's real. Room. It's just a different wall of this room. Now, if I wanted to, and if I was willing to actually take the the aggro hit from my better half. I do have a barred gate map that is on a shower curtain, and I can hang it from this room behind me. But I am quite sure that would not be good for my long term or short.
I roll this up when I'm not doing videos. It gets rolled up and on the pipe.
Okay.
Although it's funny because I did the same thing at work that you have behind you. One day because Zoom calls and everything, and I actually sat in my cubicle on the desk looking out as if I was the computer, and I took a picture so it looks like I'm in my cubicle.
Oh, nice.
Even when I'm not.
Nice.
And it fooled the CEO. I'm on some call and he asked, "Oh, you're in the office today?"
Yes, I am.
Do I get paid extra for making that trip? Because
it was
all real.
It was hilarious.
Everything here, this is not fake background. Like you can move Vader's head and this shit. This is like, you notice I tied down all the other 3 fingers so that Iron Man is flipping everybody off here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I kind of like that little vibe there. If you're like, fuck you, So yeah. But anyway, we do have
got their tickets for the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, you bought? You're interested in that shit show?
Oh, I'm all in on Star Wars. I'll watch it. Even the crappy Star Wars, I'll watch.
I refuse. Yeah. No.
The Darth Maul show is really good.
I heard that actually.
The animated one on now, it's fantastic.
My
it's
nephews
the best thing they've had since Andor. It's terrific.
Yeah, my nephews are loving that show right now. They really are really into that show. Why is Vader crooked? Later, now it's bugging me. My OCD is kicking in. Vader's head needs to be fixed. Vader demands respect. There we go.
Vader demands.
There we go. So, all right, guys, we have a topic. We have a fucking topic. Joe, what is a topic? You're the only one who keeps track of this shit.
The topic is changing rules in the middle of the game.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, that was a topic.
Yeah.
For me, I'm already thinking about next week's topic.
Literally like 3 weeks ago in my head.
All right, so Joe, you had a different take. I listened to your video, and you start off. You were like on 3 different levels of changing rules because you get rule sets, right? So when do you lead off?
Well, I broke it down into changing rules in the middle of the actual session. You know, if you're like running a game and somebody whips out a spell and does something really terrific or awful, depending on your point of view, is it okay to change the rules so that he can't do that at the table?
Yeah.
And that I think is different than, okay, we're going to, the session's over and between sessions, you talk it out with the players and okay, we're going to change this rule going forward, starting next time.
Yep.
And that's different than, okay, this adventure or adventure path or campaign is over. Now let's try a different rule set. I think those are 3 different questions. And I tried to tease them out as different answers. Because for me, I wouldn't change it in the middle of a game at the table.
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay with changing it in the middle of a campaign between sessions and changing the game that you're playing between campaigns. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, that's the obvious.
Right.
That's the easy one.
Yeah. Yeah. I just focused on it because I thought when you say changing the rules, I thought you meant like within the game. Like
that's why we chose it. It's ambiguous, and I love that kind of ambiguity.
Yeah. My take was that never mid game would I change it. Like you're looking at this, especially now as I'm fucking play testing this shit, right? And so the people are relying upon what is written to make a decision to do something. I'm not gonna say like, and then let's say I wrote it wrong or stupid or with an obvious flaw that I didn't see that they found, and they're like all of a sudden the basic bullshit spell becomes super OP. Right, or something like that. I'm like, well, fuck, I didn't know that would. I didn't think of that loophole.
Right.
Well, I think if you're in the middle of a play test, that's
another.
That's
totally different. Listen, James Bond, the Halfling Torchbearer, is pretty much where I was at. You can change the rules mid-game, but not at a point where it's going to alter player expectation of an action they've taken. Right, or that player action has not yet been resolved. Like if I realized, holy shit, this is overpowered. And you know what? You're going to get that overpowered that. But we're going to going forward.
Yes,
we're going to do a trial. We're going to do it for the next 3 sessions. Yeah. It's going to be B.
Right. So not retroactively, you can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
Well,
whoa, you can't, whoa, that's gonna ruin this whole fucking account. No,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm nerfing that spell right now. But
Yeah.
F you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have players walk away from the table, and rightfully so. You don't do that. But you could say, well, you know what, that was really well played. Like when I was like, I don't know, 19, 20, and I ruined the adventure at Columbia University's con with my druid because nobody wanted the druid, and I was like, oh, I know exactly how to get down to the bottom of this multi-layered dungeon. I'm gonna cast Rock to Mud.
Yep.
Straight down, open us up, and then I'm gonna dispel my own magic so we can't get caught with it, and it'll kill anything now that it gets surrounded by mud.
Yep.
Was that a legal ruling by the rules? Probably. Would I, as a DM, allow it to ever happen again in my campaign? No. I was specifically invited never to return to their campus because of it. But
here's my exception. If I wrote in here, right, that the fireball does 80 d6 damage rather than 8d6, on the spot, I will say that's a fucking typo.
Oh yeah, typos are
if it's obvious like that,
Yeah, it was an obvious thing. That's a fucking typo or something like that. I'll let him get away with once, and I'm like, oh shit, good call.
8d20 instead of 8d10, whatever.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I'll fix that on the spot. But if it's something like, listen, you're right, you found a loophole, you found a way to exploit something I wrote, or something that I wrote needs to be written tighter so that nobody can exploit it. You helped me role play, play test this role playing game, and so I appreciate that. It'll never be able to be done again, though. You got one shot at it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's never going to happen again.
Enjoy it.
Then there's also the possibility that you could say, well, yeah, that works that way, but there's an anti-magic field on the whatever that in this particular instance it doesn't work. And oh, by the way, we're not going to let that happen. That's kind of that more we're moving into more awful territory. But you could say as the DM, you could say retroactively, well, that would have worked, except they've put a magic barrier there or whatever. I still think that would be kind of cheating, but it would be a way to do it without breaking the internal consistency of the game.
Yeah, and James makes another interesting point here. I've been in campaigns where the DM has said, play what you guys want, except you, James. No spellcasters for you, James. Because if you understand the rules really well, and back in the day, I really, really, really understood the 1E rules to the point where I had the damn stuff memorized. You're going to without technically rules lawyering, know all the exploits.
Yes.
And like I said, in my case, nobody wanted to play the druid because the druid was like the most. Oh, I want to be the paladin. Oh, I want to be the wizard. Give me the druid. Yeah. Give me the druid because it is an untapped potential. And when the DM realized what I did, they were extremely pissed off. But that is the way the rules are written. Again, the idea of being an effective DM is to take something like that, roll with it, and go, okay. But you know what? Going forward, the gods have realized how they screwed up, and that shall never happen again.
I was thinking about this, too. There's a corollary to what's happened in my campaign with you, Eric. You remember you were playing in my 2E campaign, and I gave a magic item, that fucking staff.
Oh, yeah.
Allowed you to summon treants or some shit like that.
No, I didn't have the treant staff.
It would allow you to summon a plant man, just a paladin. 12 hit
creature. The treant was not me. I had the staff that just turned into the snake. Okay, but I had a spell thanks to the demigod Forgotten Realms book.
Yeah,
that allowed me to summon this fucking insane creature. And when I realized, I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Holy, and that the staff was Rob or something like that.
Was it Rob? I thought it was you.
That was Rob. But the thing is, the treant on its own would have been powerful, and my once a day spell would have been powerful. But together, they were, Yeah, probably.
It was a
Probably
lot.
not a good combination for campaign stability.
It was. Let me see. I'll find it right here. It was a staff of the Woodlands.
Yeah, that
Right.
wasn't me because he had like the druid or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. The staff of the Woodlands, though, you were able to summon a fucking, like a power. I believe it was a powerful. Yeah. In all respects, being a virtual treant for 8 rounds per charge expended. And so basically, you were able to summon a treant. And so I read the fucking magic item description really fast. I'm like, oh, sounds cool. He's a druid, blah, blah, blah. Pop it in there. And next thing you know, I got this low level group walking with a treant, which is a badass in this game. Right?
And again, that was bad enough. But once I got like my high level spell.
Yeah.
Then it became, oh, wait a second. They've got 2 pieces of artillery on the screen.
It was insane. Yes, that's right. You were boosting.
That's.
Yep.
You were able to relatively compensate for the trend.
Yeah.
Then the extra was like, oh.
This is why it's good for a DM to be a rules lawyer.
What's that?
This is why it's good for a DM to be a rules.
Oh, I agree.
Because you can counter that kind of stuff. For example, hey Angela. Somebody in the comments said they did something they destroyed Castle Ravenloft or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they had an imp go in invisibly and read 10 scrolls. My answer to that would be, what makes you think an imp can read a magic scroll?
True.
It's innately magic. It's not a magic. It's not a spellcaster. It just has an innate magic powers. I would as a DM, I would say, no, that's not gonna work. He'll take the scrolls and sell them in the town, or give them to Strahd.
Let me loop back to my treant because again, 2nd edition monster manual here, or actually monstrous manual as they dubbed it. The monstrous compendium was a piece of shit, but the monstrous manual was good. Treants are at least 9, 11, or 13 hit dice. So I had that with a low level group, walking around with the God of War, basically summoned at will, and so I ended up. What actually was interesting about this was like, I'm not gonna, there's one thing you nerf a rule. Post thing. You can't take away a magic item. You look like a dick, right? In such a way, you look like a dick. But remember, they were on a quest to find some shit, and this magic item was one of those things, along with the golden acorn. And so when he got back to the Druid Grove in the hometown of Parnas, where you guys are located, the Druid says, "Wow, you have the actual acorn and the staff that a Druid needs to operate this and activate it and be the master of the henge." I used the opportunity to be creative and come up with a creative way to take it from the fucking player and also enhance the campaign. So sometimes, I guess the moral of the story is, sometimes you're nerfing a rule or changing a rule, or in this case, I changed a magic item. Who owned it and what was all about. It inspired me to make my campaign better.
Right. You added it into the lore.
I added it into the lore. And so it was a cool idea, I thought. Now forever in all my Druid and in my game itself that I'm making now, that is incorporated over. Because of my fuck up 3 years ago in a 2nd edition campaign, Druids in my setting and in this rule set have a staff that activates, and they have this special staff at the Woodlands. The henge itself has special powers of defense and offense against invaders and intruders. And so all because of I fucked up and gave out the wrong magic item. So using that logic, you could do the same thing if you change around rules in your game. Use it as an opportunity to grow and make your game better, not just, oh, you can't do that anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm putting my foot down. Screw you.
Yeah.
My authority.
Yeah. The staff did run out of charges, but I rolled to see how many it had, and it was a lot. So it would have been, they could have wreaked havoc across the world with that thing before it was running out of charges, man.
It did work on charges. Rob was very, it's like, do we need it? And then usually we needed it. So like,
yeah. That's right. It was Rob. He had the fucking druid after his other guy died. You're right.
Yeah, the guy died kissing the dryad or the nyrad or whatever. The nyrad. The water nymph.
Oh, he was so pissed.
Naiad.
He was so pissed. He was so pissed about that. He's trying to find rules in 2nd edition about drowning because he kissed the chick, and you die of drowning when you kiss it. So he's trying to find drowning rules. I was like, Rob, it's not that you're underwater. You kissed it, and it kills you because
the water's in your. She puts her lips into your lungs.
You're waterboarded, but like for real.
Yes. It's like you crazy glued your lips around the fire hydrant opening, and then somebody turned it on. you know, you're dead, man. That was fun. That was fun and funny.
Self-inflicted is always the best.
Oh yeah. Because the funniest part was that he was asking about, do you believe in the rules of hospitality? Her and in character, and me as her, like, yeah, all right. He had a specific understanding of what those rules were based on his readings of official fairy lore from England and Ireland and Wales. Right? Doesn't mean I adopted it. And me out of character said, Rob, don't make assumptions. He made assumptions. He died. And that was the end of that. So, yeah. Oh God. So Eric, what did your video hit on that was different than our takes there, if anything?
Again, like my whole thing was, don't screw the player. Okay, if they have a great idea that you aren't compensated for, if you need to change the rule, you're changing it going forward. You're not going to retroactively change it, and you're not going to change it in that moment. But let them know, hey, yeah, all right, great idea. I didn't see how that's going to affect this campaign. It works this time, but we're going to change it going forward. But you don't go to the player, oh, yeah, come to think of it, go screw, because I got to change that, because that's way too powerful. You don't do it when the player comes to you with it, because you're just telling the player, oh, you outthought me. Now I got to fuck you. You let them fuck you, and then you fix it for the future. You don't give them the reach around. You just get the first one in.
Yeah, you give them the reach around later.
Yeah,
one fuck. That's it.
you get one time.
The delayed reach around.
But so that's pretty much where I focused on, because otherwise, if you're changing a rule in between sessions, again, if you're going to change a rule and it wasn't changed before you started the campaign, to say, all right, listen, we're going to change this. We're going to do a little play test, 2 to 3 sessions, and at the end we'll discuss it. And if I may be wrong with what I think is right, it may not work. And if you all agree it sucks, and it sucks. The game table, the GM is the first amongst equals, kind of like the Pope and like the rest of the leaders of the Orthodox Church, right? He's the first amongst equals.
No, the Pope is the Catholic Church, not the Orthodox.
Yeah, but when he sits with others from like Eastern Orthodox, theoretically he's the first amongst equals.
No, you're thinking of the bishops. He's the first bishop amongst equals.
Yeah, but it still applies. I
don't think the Orthodox muckety muck in Moscow thinks so.
Probably, well, but in any case, you're the GM. Yeah, you're making the call, but the players in the end have to go along with it, or else you're not going to have a campaign.
The players are going to quit if you keep fucking them. That's the problem.
That is the ultimate, because there's an unwritten social contract between the DM and the players.
Yeah,
the DM is expected to be harsh but fair. And the players, on their part, if they think he's not being that, they can just find another DM.
Yeah.
That's the social contract of D&D. That's what it boils down to.
Yep.
Right.
And I had that going on when I was fucking with fifth edition for a while. I was running, at one point I had 4 5th edition games going. And I was running the same thing, the Lost Minds, for all 4 groups. I wanted to really kick the tires. And I told the groups, a couple of my old guys, and then there was some different library group, 2 library groups and a game store group. And one of the library groups, and they're all young kids. By that I mean, late teens, early 20s, because that's kids to us now. And I told them, I'm kicking the tires, I'm fucking with the rules, I'm changing things. I constantly, after every session, I gave them different house rules. I constantly fed them different things. Hey, changing this, changing that. And I'm thinking this is a cool thing because that's how I vibe. At one point, one of the players just got so fucking pissed. He goes, I don't want to do it. I don't want to change. I already tired of this. Blah, 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 blah. He wanted to play it as written, as it is, and I misjudged that he was okay, or I maybe miscommunicated how much changes this guy was in for. Because as you guys know, I love house rules. So it's an important thing to keep them. You may tell them you're going to be adapting and changing certain things, but you got to reach out and say, let them know the extent to which you're going to fuck with rules if you're doing something like that. It's important. It's definitely important. let me just add this because I'm in control of the show and I started it. I have the power to do this. Thank you, Matthew. I much appreciate that. And I just noticed a new feature, guys, at Roll20, or rather, with the Restream, rather, is that once I highlight a guy's comment, it forever after will show up dimmed on the right-hand side than the actual chat. So it shows that you highlighted it.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, that's a new feature since
That's
even
very
last
new.
time I posted.
They
You know,
keep
so-
screwing with things. Actually, I don't see it on mine. I think that's just on yours, so you
On
know
mine.
which ones you've highlighted.
Right.
Yeah, like I'll highlight the most recent one, Ravenclaw. I like in my star, blah blah blah. I unhighlight it. Right now, it's dimmed.
Yeah, it's not on mine.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But anywho, yeah. So, I did mention Roll20. Well, you guys, if you want, I'll show you something real quick here, guys, because this is Claude AI programming is insanely powerful. I gotta say, for anybody who's into it, it's just.
So here he goes with his character sheet.
I gotta show you this. I've shown you this before, guys. This is my programmed by Claude character sheet for my game, right? You get the look and feel of it, and it's all here. I've shown this before. So I spent like about last weekend hours and hours and hours fucking with it to make it work on Roll20, right? Now you got to see this thing. Where the fuck is it? Let me pull it up here. There it is. All right. This is insane. It works. The fucking character sheet works. And I have different tabs. Remember how the second edition, Eric, how we hated the fucking thing?
Oh,
right.
God.
It was shit. I could take that now, drop it into Claude and say, make it look like this. And within 3 hours, it would be a perfect character sheet. Right. So you got the main sheet, all the basics, the shit you need. Right. You got class abilities, which different classes are different. And when you get them, you have options, some of them. So you can just type it in.
Right.
You got the skills page and it all works. I mean, if you go over here to the chat, right. Oh, let me fucking pull up. Here it is. So you go to here and it rolls the answer, man. I mean, it's nuts. You got I got a roll on your skill check, right? And you could, the gear, it adds up. It does all the weight. You could type like sword. It weighs 45 pounds. The total weight is over here. Everything is added in. If you chose dwarf, here's all your dwarven abilities. If you're a dwarven wizard, here's your spells and shit. And then you can type. I have a notes section as well, and you could click this to have DM only rolls or just rolls that everybody could see. I mean, the power of this is it's insane. It truly is insane. And I could choose, like right there, I'll choose, I'm going to be a cleric, right? So I choose cleric. This tab changes from wizard to cleric, and here's all your wizard spells. And so you get 9 spell slots. You use 1, you use 2, you choose 3, check the box. Which ones did you prepare? This one, this one, this one, and that one. I mean, it's fucking nuts, man. It's fucking nuts. Everything is all the mechanics, all the numbers are derived for you. I'm constantly blown away at the power of this and stunned and what its capabilities. I'll stop,
So when they told people to learn how to code, they no longer have to learn how to code?
No, you don't have to learn how to code, dude. I can't code for shit. The last time I coded was 1983 in my Commodore VIC-20.
My Commodore 64.
Yeah.
I remember I can do a code so it'll automatically roll a D20.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's insane, right?
Yeah, no, I did programming back in the day, and it was not.
It was fun, and I know.
As far as Pascal first semester,
I did basic Pascal and Fortran and a little of some other AI language, and it was just awful.
I'm
not a coder. That's why I'm a project manager.
I
can tell the coders what to do. And
well, I mean, now you don't need coders. Fuck's sake, I mean, there are many people getting laid off, and it's ironic because all the people are like, oh, fuck you, blue collar guy. I come from a very blue collar background. My father's factory workers and that. Grew up not too well off, and so and I'm hearing these in a blue collar town and everything too. Shitty old dive bars and stuff. So, and I hear these assholes, white collar pricks, college educated, blah blah blah. Go get a real job, learn how to code, old man, kind of shit. And now I'm like, you know what? Karma's a bitch, motherfucker. Because all these, you're done. You are fucking done. Right. If a retard like me who hasn't coded in over 40 years can do this in a fucking weekend, you're fucked.
I don't want to get too far in the weeds because we're rolling out AI where I work.
Yeah,
in my real job, and the code that the AI comes up with is not perfect. it will make things up. It'll like
Yeah.
make up commands and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You'll try to run the program that it writes, and it just completely fails. So it's not quite there yet.
It's not there all the way, but dude, it can be and it will be, because what I was able to do here with, I give it a thing, I say, make it look like this, and then like, you fuck this up, you change this, move this here, the calculation's wrong there. And it's, it's like hundreds of lines of corrections to what I told it to do. But at the end of the day, it fixed it. Now, and I'm not a coder, right? A coder who has a coder's brain and understands this could have done this in 2 hours, where it took me maybe, honestly, about 12 to 15 hours. A coder could have done that in 2, right? And so it's not that all coders are going to be going away. It's that you need less of them because you have more efficiency out of one of them. I think, it's just my take on it. I don't know. I'm not in the industry, but holy crap.
So 1973 posted a question, which if we just to get us off of the whole
go to 10
coding, which edition are we all using at the moment?
Oh,
which it might be relevant.
Which edition of D&D?
Or just, I guess, which game in general? I mean,
or
I guess
assuming we're not playing D&D.
Or AI. Does he mean what kind of AI?
No, this was before the. He
okay.
I think if you have to ask me that question, you're not watching my channel. But here, I'll just bring out the books right now, because that's what I've been. Now I broke my.
So GURPS is the answer.
Yeah. I broke my gaming cherry on AD&D 1E, and I ran it incessantly until 2E came out, and then I ran 2E for a decade, because when I first saw this and it said, what does it say? Basic. Why would I play basic if I'm a teenager? I'm advanced. Only the show. That's like for 10 and under or something like that. And then as an adult, I learned that, holy shit, I missed out on some really great gaming. So that's what I play.
You're going to hate. Well, never mind.
What? No, I still.
I don't want to.
Go ahead, Joe. You won't hurt my feelings.
No. I don't want to ruin the upcoming topic.
Oh, you won't. This guy. Oh, come on.
Well, are we going to blow the topic?
No,
I'm running this, so I and I know
what
Bill's running.
Dark and Deep, which is essentially 1E plus.
Right. It's. I look at Adventures Dark and Deep, and it's the 1E plus. It is what if the classic Marvel comic book series.
Yeah.
What if Gary hadn't gotten removed from TSR?
That is literally the genesis of this game. Yeah.
Yeah, and put out the second edition, because I see so many of the roots of it, and it's like, wow, that makes so much more sense than the 2E that was about removing Gary from the game.
Yep.
Which we never understood back then, because we didn't have the internet.
Adventures Dark and Deep is basically AD&D plus a whole bunch of new character classes and spells and stuff, and a skill system.
So here's a topic I wanted to dive into, because you know what? This would have been a good. I thought to myself as you dropped this video, Eric, I thought, fuck, this would have been a great topic for a live stream, because there'd be some a lively debates. But Eric Tenkar drops a video 12 hours ago called BXD&D. Prepare yourself, Joe. Gird your loins. Hold on to your arms of your chair. BXD&D proves more rules equals less fun. And as Joe holds up his 300 pounds of rule books, and I hold up my thick-ass player's handbook.
I do have a 300-pound rule book. But
you don't need the 300 pounds of pages of rules to run it.
It's 300. It's 300 pages of options.
Yes.
The rules are really simple. The rules fit into the light rules, but it's all the options. It's the new classes. It's the sub races. It's the spells. It's the magic items. That's what all that space is. That's what all those pages are. The game itself is really simple to play. If you're just playing a fighter, you need about 3% of that book.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But the contention that he made is that more rules equals less fun.
I'm not entirely sure I agree with that, but
yeah.
I don't disagree with it either, because I don't like really crunchy rules heavy games either. Like, I don't like MERP. or Rollmaster or
Me either.
GURPS or something like that. But I don't think that AD&D falls in that category.
No, because when we played AD&D in my groups, we took out anything that was confusing and wasn't speedy.
The only big confusing thing was combat, right? It was always like initiative was the only confusing thing.
Initiative was confusing. The spell interrupted the segments, which goes into initiative, was confusing. Yeah. And God forbid you wanted to use psionics, made no
got that right.
And unarmed combat, while you went to percentiles from a D20 system, I got to do a little research on that one because there's got to be a video.
And all three of those things I fixed in Adventure Dark and Deep,
which is great. And again, I have your first edition, your first printing of Adventure Dark and Deep, and I have the second. And the core rules to that are very streamlined. And I'll even go with 5e. If you play 5e by the basic rules, which, by the way, were the fuck you don't need the OGL and an SRD. What you want is a free rule set. We'll give you the basic rules and just go pound sand. Those are actually decent rules for 5e. Okay?
That is the SRD.
Yeah, but once you get to the full, it's like, what the hell is this? So that's
Eric, what do you mean? You mean the OGL, Eric? They gave out for
they gave out a basic rule set, and that was
D&D Next.
No. After
that's what they call it.
No. After D&D Next was the playtest.
Yeah,
they put out a streamlined. I still have it on my hard. I had a printed copy, by the way.
You mean the Creative Commons license stuff?
Not the OGL.
No, this is back with around 2014, 2015. They put out a basic rules in PDF. It was 4 classes and only the core classes and very few feats, and it was a very streamlined edition.
Oh, is that from the Phandelver book? That separate little booklet that you got if you bought Lost Minds of Phandelver?
No, but there was a PDF.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, yeah. And that was them literally telling us that you don't really want an SRD. You just want an SRD so you have a free set of rules. No, we're giving you a free set of rules and go fuck yourselves. And the reality is that they learned that wasn't appeasing anybody, but it was their attempt to. Now, I think the core of 5e 2014, not the 5.5, the core of 5e is a healthy system that needs to be pared down like you wouldn't believe. And by the way, I had a comment, which I got a video coming up next week on it. I had a commenter who goes, I really enjoy your channel and your video, but you're an old man shouting at clouds because why don't you just talk about what you like and not about what you don't like? Well, you know what? If I'm going to point out why I like X, Y, and Z about BX, I'm going to compare it to what I don't like about 5e.
Yeah.
The people who make those comments are the same people who say who go on at length as to why OSR sucks.
Yes.
Well,
they're the same people.
Yeah, this person had like I don't know 5-6 paragraphs in that, and they were polite. I got to give them credit for that. But twice they dismissed me as an old man.
Yeah. And
when you're dismissing somebody as an old man, and yes, I'm 58. We're all in our 50s on the screen.
No. This is the 30th anniversary of my
you're not my mother.
Birthday.
I know. But the thing is,
shut up, old man.
When you dismiss somebody's point of view or words as an old man shouting at clouds, and again, he did it twice in his you're making the point that you're dismissing me. And the reality is, we've learned this as we've gotten older. There's a little bit of a wisdom that comes with age because we've lived through it. We lived through the Satanic Panic, all of us. We lived through the TSR explosion and then the following implosion and the buyout by Watch. We've seen it all.
Yeah.
Okay, so doesn't mean that we're always going to be right, but we certainly have a perspective on things that some of the newer generation may lack. Just saying.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a young old man and happy about it. I like that. That fits. Well, age is a lot up here. You know what I mean? Mindset.
No, only people who are 25 and younger know anything.
No.
And they know everything. So
there's a sign in a local store that's been around for 100 years in my town, and it's a little sign behind it, and it says, "Hire a teenager while they're still young enough to know everything." Yes, that says it all. Eric, question for you though: Why do you do that? You said, what is your addition? Why that instead of this? Why not old school essentials? Why BX? Or do you conflate them and call them the same thing, synonyms? You know what I mean? Why BX?
If I'm going to be doing videos on BX, I'm not going to pull out OSE. And I have OSE on that virtual shelf that's behind me, which is actually behind me and to my left. I have it sitting there. But if I'm gonna be talking about BX, I want to go back to the originals, so I don't have something that Gavin might have morphed the rule, or I want to be able to say that I'm going to the originals if I'm going to talk about it. By the way, they updated the basic rules in in 2018, but those are the D&D basic rules. Okay. They still host them, so go figure. I'm surprised.
Eric, if you had a run, like let's say you're saying, "Goddamn, I'm going to run a campaign," right?
Right.
You're running a campaign. Is it BX or is it OSE?
It's going to be BX, but if the players want to use OSE at the table, I don't have a problem with that. But not the OSE advanced bullshit. It's racist class. If I'm going to be running it, we're not going to have like.
You like racist class? You really like racist class?
I like racist class for what I want to do right now. Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because it kind of gives you the racial tropes without having. Listen, I can min-max like the next person, but if I'm going to run a game that's going to be exactly old school fantasy, then dwarves were always fighters, right? That's all they were. Even if they were a thief, they were a fighter that just I'll try to sneak. And in BX sneaking, if you got to roll for your thief skills, you've already failed in your player skills. So for me,
if you failed, what? One more time.
If you have to use your thieving skills,
skills
in your character sheet, you've already failed your player skill.
How so? Right? I mean, pick lock, pick pocket. Those are just
if pick lock, maybe you can take your crowbar and open the door up. Then, anyways, like if I'm gonna hide in thieving skill is hide in shadows, right? Yeah. Well, that's not like anybody can hide. I can hide behind a bookcase.
Yeah.
Only the thief is the one that can almost be out in the open and hide. Their powers are like supernatural.
Yeah.
That's the reason why at low levels their skill level in it is low, because they're doing abilities that are supernatural, like finding traps. If you went through Katma, you better be out there pounding away with your 10-foot poles. You don't fall. You're going to find your traps with your player skill before you have to rely on your 20% thieving ability. If you have that's what you rely upon when it's like the fail safe. Like, oh shit, we already screwed up. That's why. Believe me, going very deep into BX and reading what I can online about it and some of the history about it and other perspectives about it, it's changed how I look at the old school rule set, because player ingenuity, player skill, which 5e does not really push, right? No. 5e pushes I'll call it the button, but roll your skill, adjust for your feet, whatever.
Yeah.
When you go to the old school rule sets, the first 3 classes in the game did not include a thief. The thief wasn't included until the first supplement.
Right.
That was new. So until then, everybody was kind of like a thief. Everybody had to think, how are we going to find this trap? How are we going to disarm this trap?
But I got a question for you. Why BX and not Holmes or Beckney?
Holmes only goes up to
level 3.
First 3, and it thought it was going to be leading on to AD&D.
Right. Although there's now a Blue Home.
Blue Homes,
which takes it up, and I love freaking
Blue
Blue
Homes
Home.
is a great piece of work.
Yeah, I got to warm that.
Yeah, no, it's
Homes Basic was the first one I played.
Right. No, and you know, was it the complete Homes, the adjusted, the extended Homes was a really well written. Oh God, I should know who wrote it. But he did a great job doing it. I've actually communicated with him online. It's great, and I've actually communicated with Eric Holmes online because I did a little earlier. I did some review on the original Holmes Basic. Beckme, I'm not a huge fan of because it's just it's the rules bloat. It's the five, right?
Yeah.
And even Companion, I think, goes out to
what, like level 72 or some crap?
Oh,
36.
36 is through. I think Masters goes to 36, and then Immortals is like in.
Yeah, Immortals is another 36.
Yeah, you're basically God.
Yeah, you're a godling god.
Yeah.
That it jumps the shark. So I find that BX is nice, self-contained. 99% of campaigns aren't going to get above 14th level anyway. So
I find when I run Adventures Dark and Deep or 1E, the 10th.
Yeah.
10th is about. I mean, if you get hit 10th level, you made it.
And that's the whole
7 through 10.
If you think about it, when you look at 1E and how Gary wrote it, everybody is reaching their quote name level.
Yeah.
At around level 9,
10,
you know, and what happens when they reach name level? Well, they get a shit ton of followers, or they get troops. So the fighter is supposed to settle down. Essentially,
they're all supposed to settle down and build hours.
At the very least, semi-retired. You can't be the head of a thieves guild and be going on adventures all the time. You're going to come back and not have a thieves guild.
So I never did that, though. Even when I got higher levels, I ignored that because I'm like, I looked at that as not the end goal, but as an option if you want to retire. Like, yeah, I'll do that maybe when I'm 25th level, right? I never ever at 10th level said, okay, I get my keep my followers. I said, I don't want no keep my followers. Keep your fucking keep my followers. I don't give a shit. I'm going out there. I'm going to kick some more fucking ass. But Eric, here's a point.
So long to go from 10th to like 15th level. You shouldn't have an option at that point.
No,
I mean it should take so long in terms of real time,
right?
To just earn that many XP.
I played Wizards, and I was not going to stop until my fucking wizard got the wish spell. That was the end of story. You know what I mean? So otherwise, what's the sense of having 7th, 8th, and 9th level spells? What the fuck is this other than scrolls? What is the sense?
Well, scrolls and NPCs.
Yeah, but no, then I'm going to be the guy who gives the scrolls and can scribe the scrolls. But Eric, real quick, I didn't want to miss this.
Douglas has a good question.
Yeah.
Or a good comment. Eric, I like almost everything you talk about, but I disagree on how you see the thief skills. The big problem with the thief is that it was never defined the percentages for non-thieves. Like you don't really need to. If I've got my 10-foot pole and I'm smacking away and I'm tapping for sound of loose stones. Well, if there's a loose stone, then I stop and I'll check it out. Right? That doesn't require me to make a roll. That was smart play. Right? If I'm playing smart and I detect that tripwire because I trip my tripwire with my 10-foot pole and thereby set off a trap, but I'm not where the trap expects me to be, then I played it well.
And don't forget, the thief can do those things too. The thief doesn't just have to use his roll percentages. Yeah. The thief can be using his 10-foot pole. The thief can be looking for tripwires.
Right.
The thief skills are, like Eric says, a backup. You know, when you didn't find anything else, when I'm going to use my lock pick and nothing happens. Okay, then I'm going to use my, there's just because the thief has a percentage roll to make a success doesn't mean the player can't just short circuit that and get a success automatically by doing the right thing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Again, with the doors, The thief can pick a lock, which means they're going to get that door open silently. All right. If I take out the crowbar to open up that door, I'll get it open sooner or later. It's going to be noisy. And what happens in old school gaming, right? The longer you take the dungeon turn, as I talk about in my videos, wandering monster checks, right? Because
And in fairness, that was not said explicitly. You know, there's no rule that says, you know, if you can't pick a lock, you can bust it open and there's a monster check. That's not explicitly said anywhere.
But I'm saying it's going to be noisy, and it's going to take time. And even if you're doing a wandering monster check every 2 turns, you're clicking off time. You know, that's what it comes. That's what it comes down to. You're generally using resources, and one of your resources in old school gaming is time.
Yeah,
the thief is a way that you can shorten time. Thief disarming a trap takes 1 round, right?
Yeah.
The party going, holy shit! We found a trap. All right, we're gonna trace out that tripwire. Where does it go to? How are we gonna let this thing go off where it doesn't actually get anybody? That takes time. The thief looks at it and goes, "Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, pop," or they screw up.
And
but that's their superhuman ability. So that's the way I see it. Because
here's a counter to that, Eric. Here's a counter to that.
I was hoping you'd put this up.
Yeah, go ahead. Eric got jumped, but I know Joe's eager to yell. So Eric, go for it.
Sophisticated traps, secrets, etc. Sure, that's why you have sophisticated traps. Certainly, at your low level adventures, if you have a sophisticated trap, I'm wondering what your players are doing in that dungeon, because it's got sophisticated traps are there to hide expensive treasures, right? Your low-level adventurers, your first 3, 4, 5 levels, maybe traps set by orcs and goblins. Maybe it's a poison needle trap. It's something that hasn't been touched in ages. But if you're talking about the grim tooth type of traps, which, by the way, I never use.
No, they're terrible.
I did once when I bought the book.
I did too, but I mean, I didn't know any better.
I got it.
But,
I got it right here.
We're talking about
the original.
Original one.
I got the reprint in the mega volume.
The old flying buffalo ones. They were interesting to read.
They were funny. They were supposed to be funny.
But if you're using them, you're just using them to fuck with your players.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. And I'm not looking for traps to fuck with my players. I'm looking for traps to challenge my players.
Yeah.
Not challenge the dice rolls, challenge their thinking.
Joe, can you put that back up?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually going to agree with Eric's first point, but not his second point.
Okay.
No, the other one.
Which?
Yeah. So I would just say that this doesn't invalidate Eric's original point, that the players describing what their characters are doing can short circuit the process of finding traps using a dice roll. You're saying sophisticated traps and so forth. Well, that's just going to require sophisticated thinking on the part of the players. Right? You know, you've got some really elaborate trap that's set in the room. Well, fine. That doesn't mean that the players can't come up with very sophisticated ways of trying to detect that trap, the same way as using a 10-foot pole to detect a pit trap. It's just the player needs to use their imagination, and the DM needs to telegraph that they should be doing this.
Exactly. And that's listen, we didn't know that, by the way, when I was a teenager running through Tomb of Horrors. It's like, oh, you're dead. Well, I mean, you get a saving throw, but you're probably dead. So don't worry about it. You're dead. Because they were gotchas. And a trap shouldn't be a gotcha. It should be, all right, I know there's something that's not quite right, and I'm still going to take the action. All right, well, that's on you.
Here's a counter, Eric. I'm just trying to justify the thief using his skills, while you, Eric, seem to be arguing against needing a thief at all.
No, listen, a thief is supernatural in their abilities. They are the specialists. Like I said,
I would say supernatural, but they're highly trained.
They listen. Their hide in shadows is like going invisible in front of the. They made their hide in shadows roll. There's nothing to hide in but the slightly darker corner over there. They're
Yeah, but if they're in the middle of an open plain and it's just sunlight,
you
can't hide in shadows. That's in the rules.
Right, but there's the most minor bit. I mean, any PC can hide behind, like I said, they can hide behind a wall, they can hide behind a door, they could hide under a table or behind a curtain. Anybody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The thief is the one that can get into the darkened corner of a room with the torchlight flickering and be unseen. They're the ones that can walk on broken glass and be quiet.
Yep.
You know, that's stuff that the regular classes can't do. So, yeah, I mean, I understand that you're like the thief is the only one that can open up a lock. No, I got a crowbar. I can do it. I'm not saying that the dwarf fighter is going to take out a pair of. I can pick it too. No, but he can bash it. It'll take him some time. He'll bash that door up. He can bash open that locked chest. How many times have we bashed open locked chests? A lot of times we've broken stuff inside when we've done it. It has a cost. The thief is the one that can get that chest open without damaging the contents.
There's a whole fight going on in an entirely different thread right now, guys. So I'm looking in the comments as you guys are talking here. Where the fuck is it? About main critic I have versus the OSR critique, I think it means, is that you have to watch YouTube videos to understand how you're playing them. And then Shellback Bo comes back with that's a feature, not a bug.
I disagree with both of them.
I kind of do too. And so then we have, let's see, where is the other one? I disagree, Shambly says, strongly that the OSR profits from having non-self-evident rule sets. So I think Chambly is saying we all profit from being so fucking confusing that you got to listen to us to understand how to use them or something. And so there's a whole little argument going on. So Joe, go ahead. You said you had a disagree on that.
I'm going to disagree with all of that.
Well,
go ahead.
You know, these are people who've never read Holmes Basic. They've never read what was the OSR primer.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it's not that you have to watch YouTube videos to figure out how to do this, but just like the early games required that you had to play with other people in order to learn. Really, you know, I'm thinking the Little Brown Books. You know, you couldn't really puzzle it out from reading them, but if you played with somebody, then you knew exactly what you were doing. But you don't have to watch a YouTube video to figure out how to play an OSR game. There are plenty of written sources in rule books that were published by TSR, that are published by modern OSR people, that will explain all this, and you don't have to, you know, waste your time watching a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. It seems like the objection is there's no way to read this, and yeah, there's plenty of places you can read this. They were read In Search of the Unknown B1, the module that originally came with Holmes Basic. That is half the module is telling you how to play the effing game. It's not the module itself. There's plenty of written sources that tell you how to do this. In the original Player's Handbook, there are all these chapters on how to have a successful game, how to play, but they're flyover country. People never read them. The fact that people don't read them doesn't mean they're not there. It tells you, oh, you should set an objective. You should have a call, or you should do this, that. You should do it. It's there. People just don't read it because it's not about classes and tables and weapons and magic and stuff.
Let's just a little slight warning to the chat. While we love you guys and appreciate the vibe you bring and these comments and questions, Valamir Chambly, how young are you? I'm going to guess you don't like reading. No need for accusations and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know,
ageism can go both ways, but don't need.
Yeah. Let's not get personal. Basically, let's not get personal. You know what I mean? We love the disagreements because when all three of us disagree, and we do, and we're gonna have one on the May 1st video, I think.
I guarantee you, May 1st, we're going to disagree.
So we're all going to have a different opinion on the May 1st video. We're really prime pumping this thing. It better be good. But, we like the disagreements because it adds a little fucking life and festivities here. Just like we like you guys disagreeing in the chat with us because we get to challenge us and we go back and forth amongst ourselves. It's fun. But we don't take it personal amongst ourselves and we don't go personal with you guys. So keep it, let's just keep it cool.
And one thing I wanted to point out with going back to the thief thing.
Yeah.
When you look at the thief table, and I happened to bring it up on I have a PDF of it, and I brought it up. The hide and shadows, it's like crappy.
It's pure shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're if you're a 6th level thief, you can hide in shadows 37% of the time.
It's terrible. Yeah,
that's not a supernatural ability.
No,
that's I'm going to hide in my cloak and hope.
What I do with all thieves, AD&D, the old school games, I instantly, one of my definite absolute house rules is I say whatever thief abilities you start as a 1st level thief, you get all the abilities of a 1st level thief except you get the 3rd level thief abilities, right? And on top of that, I say take your dex score, right? So let's say you got a 17 dex, all right? You got a 17 dex, double your dex score, and take those points as raw points you could drop in all your other percentages.
My God, that's complicated.
No, it just basically you're starting at a higher level and you double your dex and put those points allocate. So you take 5 points. Let's say you come up with, if you have a dex of 15, you got 30 points to distribute. You might be able to put 5 points in each of your thief abilities, which are now third level thieves rather than 1st level. It's just easier to start them off with something a little bit better. Because first, like I say, you get to 5th level before you start to feel like, God, I can finally contribute. I hate that about thieves. I always want them to feel like
it sounds like our May 8th video should be about thief ability.
Thieves. I will
record that tomorrow, and I will have that for you.
I'll have it. It'll be done.
It'll be ready for you by lunch.
The thing is, you're going to record that motherfucker tonight, and around 12:30, you're going to text me and Eric, what should we do for May 14th? I'm like, motherfucker, what?
It's like, hold on a second.
Yeah. He's not wrong either.
I'm not lying. This is what Joe does. As soon as he records the next video, he goes, what are we doing next? Sometimes before the videos they even dropped. It's like, what are we doing? Jesus Christ. I know his game. He's going to have us trained so that by around August, September, he's going to have us trained so well. We'll have 78 videos.
We'll have our Christmas video already.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We got... All right. No, we actually had some good comments in here. I don't want to lose.
Yeah. Let's scroll back up.
Okay, what? No, somebody said I'm very young. Where is that?
That was
Kazleb Baker.
I think it's 48.
What?
I think he had said he was 48. So yes, he's 10 years younger than me.
Very young. Yeah, it is 48.
Yeah, I'm very young, and I have no idea what anybody is talking about. I want some clarification on that. What don't you understand? I'm not being facetious. I genuinely want to know.
One of his comments said that the main rule book should explain how to play the game, and
they do.
They do, but the thing is, when you go back to the time of the original rules, basic, expert, AD&D, they were giving you the rules, but how to implement those rules and how they played out in real life was something that you generally learned by playing with others. That's how
that was in there. That was in the player's handbook.
But it was, you know what? Until you see it in play, like a lot of us ran with half the rules. Like I didn't have a Munster manual initially. So I thought that the abbreviation HD in the back of the Dungeon Master's Guide, which listed at an index of all the monsters, meant HP. So my PCs, my first summer, were blasting through everything because ogres had 5 hit points, 4 + 1. I mean, it was a mess.
Yeah,
because I only had one session where I played as a player before I got my own rules, and I was playing with a different group, and that's a lot of. So you learn, and if I had videos to watch back then, great. If I had the internet to read back then, great. I didn't. Couldn't even afford Dragon magazine. Didn't know it existed when I first started playing. So
Kazleb is not the guy who said he was over 40. Oh. He is young.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I don't know what this meant. I don't know what this comment. Don't take it personal. You're screaming you're literally the worst person ever. I don't know who you're talking about.
I think that person is being sarcastic, and I would, just saying, don't think I'm the worst person just because I'm disagreeing with you.
Okay.
I want to go back to Caslab though. I think this is worth talking about because you really need a BX, and BX is written as a sort of guide to how to play. Right? It's not just a set of rules. It actually does give you a lot of here's how to play the game. And I'm wondering what more you need. And I'm not being facetious, or I'm trying not to talk down to you. I'm genuinely curious. What more are you expecting out of it?
It was written for 10-year-olds, wasn't it? Eric, what's on the book?
10 and above. But it wasn't written for the average 10-year-old. Trust me.
True.
And if you're going to play BX now, I think OSE is a great. Listen, when I break these out, they're at my desk for reference, but I don't have to bring out the PDF because it's a little bit small for my aging eyes.
Yeah.
But OSE is a great reference to go by. But the thing is, most of what you learn about role playing is you learn by doing or watching others. Okay, that's just it's osmosis. But the problem, I think, for a lot of people, especially the younger gamers, if you came from 5e, you probably do the same thing that I do when I buy a new RPG rule set. Is I skip over the shit that doesn't look like it's going to be interesting that I need, because I know RPGs. I know D20 based RPGs. I've been playing them since 1979, 1980. I'm going to look at the classes, and I'm good, man. I look at the classes, the spells, maybe the monsters, see what's a little bit different, and I'm not looking at the stuff that's the basics, right? Like how to play, because I know how to play, and some of the stuff is different. Mm-hmm. But I'm guilty of it. I will be the first to say it, and I even did that with Greg Gillespie's Dragon Slayer, because I went right to the classes and right to the spells.
Speaking of which,
and then I missed a lot of stuff.
Yep. See, I'm old enough to remember when every role-playing game had a thing in the very beginning saying, "What is a role-playing game?" They all had that. Yeah. They thought they had to tell the reader what's a role-playing game, because they thought everybody was coming from war games.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, I gotta explain it. Or they were coming from like board games or whatever.
Yeah.
That was like way back in the 70s. What is a role playing? I think the first edition of Call of Cthulhu had that too.
Yeah.
Joe, there's your answer to the question you asked about Caslab.
Here we go. Oh, got it.
I appreciate the answer. I'm just here to learn. Recently found Tenkar.
There you go. Yeah,
actually read BX.
Read the rule book because it will answer your question. It's designed to do that.
It's there now. Admittedly, it's there written back in like 1981, and you might go, "Well, this is clunky." If you want it written a little bit clearer for you, OSE and OSE Basic, by the way, you can find it on Drive that it covers the first 3-5 levels. It's free, and it will give you. It's a good way to look at the BX rules if you want a free peek at it. Gavin did a great job with the OSE rules.
I would also say the OSR Primer, which is available as a free PDF. Just Google it, OSR Primer, and it's a great introduction to this style of play.
Yeah, Matt Finch.
Who wrote the damn thing? I'm drawing a blank.
Matt Finch.
Yeah, thank you.
The old school primer, not the OSR primer. The old school primer.
Old school primer. Yeah.
I think you can buy it on
Mr. Rourke is saying goodnight to Eric, but not to the Joes.
Yeah,
I see how this goes, Mr. Rourke. Thank you very much.
And guys, if you want, Matt Finch recently did an update to the classic old school primer. It's in his Swords and Wizardry book, the newer one that he just put out. There's a new 3rd edition of Swords and Wizardry. Then there's a book of options. And in that, I believe it was the book of options. Let me go just to make sure before I misquote here. I don't want to stand up on camera because I'm in my fucking underwear. But I believe...
No! We see.
Yeah. But I believe there we go. I believe the book of options is the one that has the newer version here. Let me just get it back on. Or is it complete revised? Let me just see here. A free guy, monsters, treasure. No. No. I don't want to misquote it because you're going to buy this thing based on my word. I want you to make sure you buy the right thing. I think it's on 50.
Dungeoneering engines. You need to answer that one, Eric.
71. Yeah, page 71. He has it. It's in the book of options for Swords and Wizardry Complete. And it's a quick primer for old school gaming. And he expanded it greatly with examples and everything else. If you're going to get a version of it, just buy Swords and Wizardry Complete. You get the PDFs and you get the book of options in there. And it's well worth it. He really gets into a lot of good stuff.
You'll find this on a lot of games.
Yeah, he gets into it. It's really well done, and it just gives you the fucking nitty gritty. Everybody, it was the Bible. It was the book of Genesis for all of us back in the day in the blogs. You know what I mean? It distilled down into one fucking place so many things that we just knew but couldn't articulate in one fucking place.
That's the thing. We all knew it intuitively because we had played it for 30 years that way.
Yeah,
and then he wrote it down and made it, said it out loud.
This is what I've been doing. It's like when I bought that book by Sly Flourish, that guy, he put out a book that was actually a Return to the Lazy Dungeon Master. And I remember reading it, and 80% of the time it was like, this guy just wrote down what I've been doing. And it was so like, wow, 80% of what the book was like, I've been doing this. I like this. And then the other 20% was, and if I'm doing this already, and I just did these little things, it makes me a lot better as a DM. Right. So just a lot of things that we just have these moments that you realize that, wow, somebody finally said what I'm fucking doing that I've just been naturally doing anyhow.
Exactly.
Right.
It's kind of nice.
The original is up on Lulu. So it's a huge link. I apologize for that, but that's free. You can grab it for free.
Eric, put it in the private chat because I can then click it into the group and it goes out as to everybody's, I think. You know what I mean?
Everybody can check.
It looked like it showed up in the
it showed up on the screen, but it just if you do a Google search for a quick primer for old school gaming, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Night Kazleb.
Yep.
Right.
Well worth it. Yeah, take it easy.
We were able to help.
Yeah. Swords and Wizardry Complete PDF is free. I think that maybe the book, the complete, might be free, but this was, like I said, in the book of options is what we're talking about.
The Raminator, thank you, Eric, for introducing me to the methods I've been searching for years to add attention to my games that I've been seeking. You're welcome. And that's
nice.
Listen, I'm not the only one that talks about this stuff. And if you go back, the blogs that the three of us used to heavily be involved with and the other blogs that we used to participate with all touched upon this stuff. This has been the conversation for years, but it's new generations. And when I say new generations, I don't mean by age, but just by experience in gaming. And I know people have been using it in 5e, and I think that's great. The concepts work very well in 5e. Use them.
Yeah. And Chubby Funster, the jealous GM. Yes, so the method of GMing, didn't realize that. I thought it was just random noises. It's just the thing when if cockroaches go to Disneyland, Greg, do you think they understand it? That's really the analogy we're talking about here. You see. All right, I just wanted to let's see. The most important aspect of
it's like that short story. They're made of meat, and it's about these two robotic creatures trying to figure out what humans are. And they can't understand that we're made of meat. And one of the things is, do they talk? Well, yes, they talk. Well, how do they talk? They flap their meat. Look it up. They're made of meat. People have actually done it on YouTube too, as like a little mini 5-minute play. It's freaking hilarious.
All right, Joe. The below Joe. You're the one in charge of the stream. What is our viewer count right now?
Our viewer count is 78, dude. We have 18 on, just the YouTube alone. 18 on me. I finally beat Joe at 17 because Joe has an older audience, and they all went to bed because Joe's audience is ancient compared to mine.
There is that.
And then Eric, you're at 39. We got a smattering of 1 or 2s on various other channels. So
don't worry, I'll catch up on overall views in the next 2 days, and I'll beat your both asses.
I think you do, because when they get up in the morning at 4 a.m. because their bladder's weak, your viewers, you see, you know what I mean? And they'll put on the YouTube show.
Well, you've got the day drinkers, and I've got the, I've got the elderly. But we cover the market that way.
Chambly makes a very good point.
Well, I read. Where is it? I
Right
read
there,
the timer. The video were more explicit about what's important in OSR. My best guess is that OSR really rely heavily on an oral tradition. Text doesn't convey how to play. That's a really good fucking point.
Yes.
And that's a good video point, too.
Okay, so that's our May 15th video.
Oh, my God. Somebody write this down.
See what you fucking did,
down, dude. We're done.
Every time we drop a good idea, Joe writes it down and demands we do it now. Every time.
Now we're doing it now.
No, because I've already done the video. While we were on here, I've done the video.
He's done, yeah. The alternate Joe.
You're gonna get the video. The thing when we're off.
Yeah. All right, I'm on the correct channel now. If you're on my channel, you're on the correct channel. If you're on the other two guys' channel, you know you're not.
Hey.
That's all. That's
all.
Oh,
Chubby Funster with a zinger.
I've been too much time exploring hexes, dungeoneering X's. I am more than a DM. It's DMing, Chubby. Greg gives me get shit on everywhere. I love it. Never use it with my blog. Yeah, blogs. People aren't really doing it. If anything, it's moved to Substack, but there's not a community of D&D Substackers, especially old school D&D.
I haven't updated mine in a while, and I've got a really big backlog. But I've been using my blog lately to do reviews of Greyhawk stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I tried doing them on my videos, and it was just such a pain in the balls. Yeah. And doing them on the blog, I'm way behind, but I am going to start doing that up again.
I started the Substack just to do book reviews of the Appendix N books, and I got one book done, and I started reading other ones. I took notes. I never got around to doing neither a write-up nor a video, because I was going to do, here's a video on Fafhrd and Grey Mouser, book one, whatever the fuck, when Fafhrd's in the snowland.
You can't do Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser book by book. You got to do it story by story, because most of them are collections of short stories.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going story. That's what I'm doing. So the first story is Fafhrd up in the mountains and
the mountains with the women with the snowballs.
Yeah, and all that shit. So I actually read it. I took all the notes to do the second video. Combined with a book report, effectively. The video is talking about it in broad strokes, and the book report I do on Substack. I just haven't had time to sit down and fucking do it. I got all the notes.
I know the feeling. Agile Monk, we love you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we missed that. I love you.
Featuring of the OSR.
Weak bladder. I feel attacked. Yes, I know, dude. We're all there, man.
I got to take 6 piss.
Yeah. Did Joe? I got to take 6 piss breaks of ice stream. Just trying to insult old people. Dude, ever since I stopped drinking booze, I don't piss at all. I haven't gotten up once to piss.
No, you haven't.
No, it's just a booze thing. It's like I got booze bladder. If I have a beer, I have to piss for every fucking beer I have. It's a weird thing.
And yet here I am, a lot of beers in, and I haven't left.
Eldred, hold that thought. Hold that thought. That's.
Oh yeah, there's we got something coming on that. I think.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's.
You guys watch mine, by the way?
I didn't get. I was too busy producing. Now I get to relax and watch your guys.
Hey, I think who got a gift there?
Oh, Ultra TBGR is given. Oh no,
wow. No, that's Agile.
Agile. Thank you, Agile, as always.
He just gave me 10 subs. So, Mythic Attack got a sub. Norvik, Legate, Alex, Sean, Zach Zicky 666, Lance the something, Ultra TRPGer, Arc 17, Blinky Blanks, and Adam Flaherty. Just got 10 memberships from Agile Monk. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Very cool.
I gotta hope that like Agile Monk is some, like investment banker or something.
I hope, yeah.
Has all this disposable income.
You got a bunch, yeah. Well, Agile, they're just giving gifts everywhere here. Jesus Christ, man. I just saw.
You get a membership. Agile Monk is the Oprah of the OSR.
Yeah, really. Agile Monk, you're just freaking amazing. I really appreciate all that you do to support folks like the three of us knuckleheads.
Oh, so I'm subscribed to you all, but I never see Joe the Lawyer's videos for some reason.
Really?
Do you make videos, Joe? I'm not sure I've ever seen you make videos.
Well, you motherfuckers don't take the time to watch, but if you hit the subscription button rather than the home button, you'll see them all.
Oh, that's what I do. My God, I want to do a whole video about that because I never go on YouTube on the home button.
Me either.
My browser link is to my subscriptions.
That's it. That's
and I get to see I actively hate that they now have a most relevant thing.
Oh God, yeah.
No, I don't want to see what you think is most relevant.
No.
I want to see what I think is
most relevant. Let me judge for myself.
What I hate about YouTube, about Facebook.
Yep.
But by the way, folks, if you are subscribed and you actually want to be like subscribed, don't hit personalized on the bell. Hit all.
Right.
Because personalized means not what you think it means.
It will decide for you.
Yes. I don't think that you need to know about that video.
Well,
it's like, no.
Halfling Torchbearer, I mean, I don't do, nobody does as many videos as Erik. First of all, I don't do as many. I'm
cutting back, man. The addiction is getting to me, man. I gotta
seriously. So you're not gonna. Here's my video producing schedules. This every Monday at noon. You get Friday around 3 or so, and then every Sunday at noon. You're gonna get you're gonna get a recorded video drop. So 3 videos a week. You're gonna get like 2 shorts a week. And then every Sunday I'm live, whether with these knuckleheads or by myself or with my brother in the backyard. You know what I mean? It's like that's pretty much what you're going to get out of me. And every once in a while you get a random. Like this coming Wednesday, the guys who are running a convention up in New Hampshire wanted to do a live stream with me. So I'm going to be live this Wednesday talking about that.
Okay.
So that's it. That's pretty much it. You're going to get 3 recordeds, a couple shorts, and a live every Sunday. As long as there's not a big family event going on or something, you know.
You actually have a schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God.
How do you do more long forms than I do?
I do twice a week. You have a schedule. You know,
I do 3.
Right.
I don't consider 15 minutes to be long form or 8 minutes. A long form to me is 45 minutes or an hour.
No. Anything longer than 2 minutes is a long form.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get together with these guys and like DM Angelo and the people that are friends of this channel. I'll make sure that once a week, at the beginning of the week, I will post everybody's schedule so then you can pre-plan your viewing time. Because if you know, I'll do it on as a, you know, if I can get a nice looking like, you know, calendar, you know, app, I'll do that. But this way, you'll have the extended network, okay, and you can actually see. Oh, hey, I won't miss the Greyhawk Grognard's latest Greyhawk video. Oh, wait, Joe the Lawyer is going to be live on Wednesday. I'll have something to do other than watching Erik. Awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know, Erik. I've heard these things before from you, and
I know, but we all had schedules. I had a schedule every freaking day. Even I have a schedule now. No long form on Wednesday and Saturdays. It's kind of like Lent. But okay. We'll do this. Just
I still have a link to your Tenkar's something or other in my videos. Something you had done.
Thing, yeah. Remember that old Substack thing?
Couldn't
I dutifully put it in.
Doing a video every day. I couldn't handle the Substack. So yes, I know how to go on. But it's just something simple. I could put up once a week, or we could all put it up. Just put it up as a, you know, we'll get a general listing of everything, and
I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah. What do you do, Joe?
Everybody can go check.
What do you do, Joe? You said I'm doing more than you?
I do 2 long forms a week, and I do 2 shorts a day.
Is that plus the Friday, or is that one of the long forms?
Yeah, that does. Well, no, that is including the Friday.
So what do you do? You do a Greyhawk one on Wednesday?
I do a Greyhawk one on Tuesday, and I do our general one on Friday. And that's my schedule.
You're a fucking slacker.
I do. I'm struggling to figure out what to talk about on two days a week. And then we have this, and then and I got the 2 shorts a day.
I just introduced this to be honest. I just introduced the Sunday one. I was doing whenever I feel like it, but then I said, I'm going to do every Monday at noon. And I've kind of, you guys, whoever's seen my channel recently, if you're going to see a lot of 5e videos, but they're not 5e. It's how to jazz up your 5e game with old school.
Oh well, no, God, I hope I just hope you don't get my commenters because they will crucify you for
I'll take it because I'll take all the feedback. I have no ego. I am a humble man.
It's not about ego. It's just, dude, why are you?
But here's the thing, Joe. I'll tell you why. I mean, you asked the question. I'll tell you exactly why. Because it's come to my attention recently. It was a big brain blowing moment. Is that this game I'm writing is not an old school game. It's a 5e game with shit tons of old school principles, vibes, hacks, and stuff. And so my audience, believe it or not, who's going to buy this thing, it ain't you. It ain't you two. And it's not most of the guys in this chat. It's 5e disaffected 5e players who
I don't
hate to the old school. Huh?
I don't hate 5e.
But you wouldn't play it.
I do.
Would you? Would you play
I
a long
write
campaign?
for it. Why would I play it? I write books for 5e.
But would you
Of course
play
I play it.
a long campaign? Would you run it?
It doesn't scale well for a long campaign.
That's what that's what this does, because I'm fixing the 5e shit that makes it wrong for things like long campaigns, that makes it bogged down in combat. In other words, I'm not going to sell it now. My point is, I've realized that the people who are going to buy this aren't necessarily the people who watch my channel right now. So I'm trying to bring in a 5e disaffected 5e audience so that basically, if you're looking at me as a guy who has run 5e games intensively in 5-year campaigns for 8 years of my life, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm also an old schooler. I'm kind of like, this game is a gap bridger. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. So Greg is, I'm sure, talking shit somewhere in there. He's talking too much. If Greg is ever talking, he's talking shit. So let's see. Love you. One of my favorite creators. I don't know why you would love Greg, Agile Monk. I can't understand that at all. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, sir. Hail the Grogons. How to jazz up 5e. Placed directly in toilet. There it is. There's the comment. There's the comment.
Welcome to the hate. It's gonna follow you.
Yeah. It's a hybrid. Exactly, Adam. It's a hybrid.
There it is. Jeffrey Melendez.
Make 5e OSR raw. Use fatigue tracking. What do you mean you're going to do a short rest? Yeah, I deleted short rest. That doesn't exist in this thing. It's dumb. Short rests are dumb. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's a hybrid to the new and the old, but it's 5e based. It's not old school based. That's the biggest difference. So that's why I'm doing these.
Well, maybe you have the magic formula, Joe. Maybe you'll make it work when everybody else has failed. I have faith in you.
I have. Nobody else has tried it, Joe.
Everybody else has tried it.
No. They've all made an OSR based game. I'm talking about who has hacked 5e to make it OSR. People
5
hacked
torches
5e.
deep.
Huh?
5 torches deep.
That's a shit game.
Dude. Exactly. Thank you for making my point.
That's a shit game. This isn't a shit game.
5e, but it is thank you. You just made my point. I will take the victory.
Is there another one? Is there any other one who's tried to do it?
Yes, there's a zillion of them.
No. Joe, they tried to simplify it. They tried to shadow dark it. They made it like rules light.
Shadow dark is a perfect example.
That's what I'm saying. But those are rules light games. This is a rules heavy game, and it's based on 5e Creative Commons, not 5e elements like Shadow Dark took. That's the biggest difference.
So you're taking. No, I'm gonna. Anything I say would sound like I'm just being mean, and I don't want to do.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You'll see. Let's see. Yeah,
I'll support it. I'll support it. I'll.
Yeah.
When it comes out, I hawk anybody's.
Yeah, you want? Yeah. I'll send you a copy. You cannot read it and pretend you did, and take a look and give me all the glorious words. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I deleted so much shit. I rewrote every single class. I rewrote the skill system, and everything is extremely different. But the chassis is there.
Then why is it 5e?
Because
you've rewritten everything.
The 5e spells. The 5e spells are there from the Creative Commons. Some of them I've altered. Some of them I left the same. That's the essential elements that are the same. The conditions, the D20 mechanic, advantage, disadvantage, all that's there. Most of the conditions there. I deleted some. I altered a few. The rules of combat, the certain things you do.
Element cleaver. I made that point.
Most of the weapons and shit like that's there, but the biggest changes are the class and the skill system, honestly. So yeah, radically changed on that stuff.
So you got skill slots.
skills. I have skill points, dude. Just like third edition. I took the third edition skill shit where you assign points, and I have saving throws are radically different. You assign points in that too. So yeah, it's pretty. It's really really different, and it's elements of a lot of shit.
You run into the con that we're both at, and I'll play it.
All right. That's cool. Maybe I'll give it a shot at I'll give it a ShireCon this year.
Okay.
I'm still iffy on ShireCon.
What?
I know. I love ShireCon. It's just the weekend is really bad for me.
Dude, I'm iffy. And the guy who runs CSNY reached out to me. I'm iffy on that one because it's literally 3 days after I get back from fucking North Texas. I you know what I mean? I'm gonna have con burnout. You know?
I'm going to Central New York because I'm not going to. Well, I should say I'm not going to North Texas, so I can go.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm going to both.
Well, you're retired.
Yes.
And you're bringing your wife.
Oh my
God! You don't have your 92-year-old mother living.
No.
So, yeah, you have a lot of different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 83-year-old mother will be watching my kitty.
Yeah. And I hope you understand, Vladimir, what my answer was to that. Shadow Dark and all the other Five Torches Deep games are light OSE based old school games. This is not light, so yeah, that's the biggest.
Because people love a rules heavy.
Oh, I get that. I understand that.
Trust me,
get that.
I know that market.
I know. I know what I'm in for here. I know that 90% of the audience between the fact that any older people don't have the attention span to read it, and any younger people, because of this fucking device in their hand, lack all attention span anymore. There's this narrow audience for this fucking game. You know?
It's like AD and Adventures Dark and Deep people who also like 5e.
Yes.
The Venn diagram is like
it's
the eye of a needle.
Yeah. I have a needle, but I don't care. It's the game I want to run for the rest of my life.
It's what you like, and that's what matters.
That's it.
It will find an audience. That's what matters. People will like it. Somebody out there is going to like that game. That's the point.
Yep.
And,
that's the.
I'm teasing you a lot about it, but
I know.
That is, desktop publishing lets you do that now.
It started out as I don't want to run these games, and I got my balls busted for all my house rules, and people were like, why don't you write your own game? I'm like, motherfucker, I will then. And it was started out to be a 2E base with my house rules, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do 5E base because I do like it and blah blah blah. And so this is the game I want to run the rest of my life. And by the way, if I publish it and people buy it, beer money. Well, I don't drink anymore, but money. You know what I mean?
It's really funny you should say that because Adventures Dark and Deep came about exactly the same way. I put on my blog back in the day, I made a couple of posts about, Gary's Forgotten Second Edition. And Alan Grohe said, well, when are you publishing it? When are you writing it? In the comments. I'm like, I should. And that was it was just that one comment. When are you going to write it? Boom. That was the whole thing. So yeah, I completely understand what you're going through. I get it entirely.
And I'm where you're at 10 years ago. That's where I'm at now. So Joe, you're getting both complimented, questioned, and slammed here. Here's
I don't want to hear slammed.
Start with the slammed.
No slammed.
There's the slam, Joe.
Where's the slam?
Love your game, but when I pulled AD out there, screamed and ran away.
Bring out light. Bring out the AD&D light. It's pay what you want on drive-through.
Yep.
But, that's my answer because it's the same game, just doesn't have all the options.
John Miller Philosophy is asking about your size, Joe. How big are you? Joe Block's Dark and Deep Bestiary is truly monstrous in terms of its size and scope. It will stop a bazooka shell from killing you, yes, but it's the most in-depth if you only had to buy one old school bestiary with everything and then some, it's this one. And you can run it with
the Monster Manual, Fiend Folio, Monster Manual 2, and over 100 new monsters.
Yes, everything is in there. So yeah, and his random tables are the greatest random tables in any game ever.
I'm not going to disagree. The Book of Lost Tables is just like, yes. I think it's akin to remember the old Judges Guild what was it, DM's pack or something, where it was just a bunch of cardstock things with a bunch of random shit on it.
Okay.
And that was kind of the same idea.
Okay. Why is this? It says I cannot post message. Oh, okay, I get that. It sounds like you're trying to beat 5e into 2e. It's interesting you say that because it originally started as a 2e hack and bringing 5e elements, and I just shifted as to make the core chassis whatever at 5e and bring in all the other stuff I wrote for it. So it's close. I mean, less rules is more fun. According to Erik, yes, that's where we started this conversation 45 fucking minutes ago. That's what Greyhawk 1EA D&D.
And John Miller, yes, that's a big bestiary. You know what they say about people with big bestiaries.
Yes.
What do they say?
Big slip covers, big slip cases. Let's see. Joe Black rules. Joe Black does like to write a lot of rules. And they're both amazing. When I have some cash, I'm getting both in print. I may need stronger. You definitely need. This is on a metal shelf. There's a certain selection of books that go on my metal bookshelves.
Right. In my defense, when I was in high school, we actually needed milk crates to bring all of the AD&D books with us to the mall to play on Friday night.
Yeah.
Like literally a milk crate full of books, and everybody would have one, and they'd pop.
Makes characters afraid to go outside, but it's awesome. I'm really thinking about using Joe's skill system like Castles and Crusades game. I do. That's the one drawback I say I don't like is their siege engine. I don't like it. It's their pride and joy. I don't like it.
And the skill system came from CNC. Gary wrote a skill system for Castle Zagig, which was Castles and Crusades, which was the basis for the skill system I used in Adventures Dark and Deep. I just took it and I really expanded it. I really used the central concept and I really just blew it out. But yeah, it's actually the same skill system that he wrote for Castles and Crusades. So it's very compatible with that.
Spaghetti Whist wants to buy your book, and he says, "Where do you buy it?"
On Drive Through RPG.
And
Just search for BRW Games.
I want to say that. Yep.
How many years away from retirement is Joe Block? Thought he was already retired based on all his written out.
I am exactly 7 years and 1 month and 13 days away from retirement.
Yeah. And I agree with this question. When Sparky mentioned he had a YouTube channel before, sometimes, guys, if I subscribe to a YouTube channel but I don't recognize your handle, it's because it doesn't exactly match a YouTube channel. I have a bad memory for names to linking the channels and who you are. So, Sparky, what is your YouTube channel? And forgive me if I already know it or subscribe and don't know who the fuck you are on the chat here. If you have a YouTube channel, though, let us know, guys, anybody, because if you're talking D&D, we want to spread the word.
Yeah, really. Sparky asked about the skill system. Troll Lord Games put it out as a free digital download when they first came out with the original box set for Castle Zagig. They took it down since, and I don't know if they put it back up now that they have the license again.
Yeah, I've never heard
but
this.
that's where you might be able to find it on Wayback Machine. But it's neat. It's the genesis of this. He had regular skills like you would think, and it's like, oh yeah, I can use this, and I will add levels to it, and I used basically all of the specialists in the old DM's guide, and I turned them into skills, and it just took on a life of its own.
Okay, all right, cool. I chat with a person. Yeah. Let us know what your channel is, man. And then we had a question. He says, I asked this earlier, but a free stub started getting thrown around and it was buried. So do you find there's rules that are useful, relevant at lower levels versus higher levels?
That's a great question.
What, maybe give me an example of what you're talking. I don't know what he's talking about. What does he mean? Maybe I'm just fried right now, but what is he saying?
Like what rules matter? The way I would interpret it, because obviously, some rules happen at higher levels, but what rules matter more at low levels versus high levels?
Oh, not in particular a rule, but what type of rule?
Right, because some a ranger at level X gets to do this. That's a rule, but I think are there general rules that have more of an impact at lower levels versus higher levels?
Never thought about it. I wouldn't.
Neither have I. It's a great question.
I don't. I can't.
It's not going to be another collab. No, we already.
No, that's too deep.
That's May 24th. There we go.
Yeah, 1970, 72.
73.
73. No, 72.
What?
Old eyes. XII.
Oh, yeah, 72. Whatever.
Oh, what is that? Give an example of what you're talking about. 1972. If you could, I've never thought about it. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, man. Old Times Tavern is my channel on Twitch and YouTube. All right, let me look it up and I'll grab the link for it here. If you guys could figure out what the hell that question was about, let me know. But I'll look up Old Times Tavern. We have another tavern to compete with your ass, Eric. You might have another tavern.
Taverns, tap rooms. God.
Old Times Tavern. Let me. All right. Let me see. Old Times Tavern Gaming. I see it. All right. I have now.
Put her in.
All right. Let me put the link in the chat here. Share channel. If that's it, Old Times Tavern. Oh, you got Steve Chenault. I want to talk to him someday, man. Yeah. So here we go. Old Times Tavern. So if this is it, I hope. Fuck. That's the Lulu thing. God damn it. I'm sorry. There's the Lulu. Fuck me. Share channel. Share channel. All right. There it is. All right. Now I got it. Old Times Tavern Gaming. I think that's what he's talking about. If that's it. If that's the one. Yeah. We're a slum compared to Tenkar's. I like dive bars, the Old Times Tavern.
Yeah,
I like Sparky. I like dive bars. So, I'll be hanging out there.
There was a dive bar 2 blocks from my apartment in Boston. It was called Father's 2. Only place I ever got a bottle broken over my head.
That's the fun part.
There you go.
That's the fun part of dive bars. You never know what's going to pop off.
Yeah, I always worry when I walked into a bar and it's like, oh shit, there's just peanut shells all over the floor. That's to absorb the vomit and the blood. This is not going to be interesting.
Yeah, Father's 2 actually had a sign on the wall saying no colors allowed.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. That's how you know you're in a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one.
And they had $1 tall boy knickerbockers, and on Sunday morning they would have 25-cent hot dogs.
Yeah.
Just to bring in the us reprobates who. This is I'm like a junior in college. Of course, I'm going to go there.
Oh yeah. In fact, I did that until a couple of years ago, recently. And Old Time Taverns Gaming just gained 5 subs in the past 1 minute. So
I guarantee you, it's going to go up a little longer.
Yeah. So 50.
Agile gifted memberships for Minions for my
nice. Yeah, he was 50 subs. I was at 55 subs. So
10%.
Yeah, it's a 10% increase. So keep on going to Old Times Tavern there.
All right, we are actually way over our time.
Yeah, we are.
But it's because of you guys. It's because of you guys, so we appreciate that because we come in with a topic, we yak for 10 minutes, and then you guys give us the rest of the night. So this is cool, man. This is cool. Found Tenkar's channel last week. Been playing off since 80s. Recent attempts of kind of slow, and things are running a BX game. Do it, but do old school essentials. Don't do BX. That's my advice.
Listen, I'm not going to disagree with Joe. I have the originals and I have the PDFs, but Old School Essentials is very well laid out. And if you've got aging eyes,
yeah, and plus it lays it out better. Honestly, it's just a better layout. It really is. It's just unless you got grognard brain already, or you're used to understanding the weird ways those fucking things are written, and if you're remembering it. There's a big difference than if you're learning it for the first time. For us, it's easier to read it because we're remembering it, but you guys are learning it first time. Get Old School Essentials,
Somebody is gifting OSR Grognards.
Yeah, so that's me.
Adam Flaherty, thank you for gifting for Joe.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. Yeah, we got.
All right, so Eric and I are going to be at WizardCon in Kalamazoo.
Battle Creek.
It's in Battle Creek, Michigan next weekend. Joe, what do you got up?
I ain't doing shit. But I got a lot of stuff going. I'm not going anywhere, but I got a lot of stuff going on personally. But yeah, I think next weekend I was talking to my brother because we're off, right? Because it's that odd weekend. I'm gonna do as long as the weather complies, we're gonna do the old Joe and Bro Fire Pit show out there.
Oh, nice!
And this time I will get these fucking things to work because I know I need to charge them ahead of time and all that. These little wireless microphone things. And yeah, that was a big shit show. The goddamn iPad wasn't charged, so
It would also be nice if it got over 40 degrees at night.
Oh yeah, well now we're getting good weather.
have
Last
that.
time it was a little chilly, so
We got a fucking freeze warning for Tuesday. God.
did
kill
we?
me. Yes.
Fuck me. Well, we have a fire pit, so that actually helps with the fucking weather. That should be good. Now I got to look on the Weather Channel fucking app on my phone to see what the hell the weather's going to be, so I'm not advertising. All right, so we're good. Next Sunday, 42% chance of rain. Maybe not at night though. Hopefully, but yeah.
I've got a backer kit going. I've got the new level for Castle Mad Archmage.
Yes.
Vaulted Halls of Night is going on right now on backer kit as part of their Mega Dungeon month. And I've also got my Kickstarter, the Book of Lost Lore 2, which used to be called the Book of Fell Wisdom. And I just got the last piece of art today. So that'll be going out to the printer in the next day or two before I leave for Michigan. So lots of things are happening for BRW.
Nice. Big
And
stuff.
another top secret project that I can't talk about had a major milestone today, but I can't talk about it because it's top secret, and more news when I can say.
Is that the strip club you invested in? Is that thing you're talking about?
It's exactly it. You've got me.
It's a hands-on experience, right?
Yeah, lots of knobs and dials to play with.
Yeah.
You got a parting question, Joe, as we try to scoot out
now.
I don't even know what that means. I assume.
I know exactly what that means. I actually did it first, way back when. I had the whole numeric thing, just like SPI games, because the way they did the rules back in the day for war games, and Dragon Quest does this because it was the SPI RPG. Their rules were organized. They would have numbers, so 1. And then 1.1, and then 1.1.1, and it would go and go and go and go. I actually tried that at first, and it just became so effing cumbersome. I just said, no, I'm out. I'm not going to do it. But I know I appreciate, Doug, that you would remember such things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an old wargaming tradition that I tried, and it didn't last very, very long at all.
And guys, I gotta say, you're gonna appreciate this. Click on it, shows it, takes it away, and dims it really dim. This is amazing. This helps you keep track of where the fuck you are in the comments. This is nice. You're gonna like this thing. But on that note, guys, thank you, because we like you, for joining us for fucking 2 hours. I mean, it should have been an hour and a half, but because of your good questions and conversation and fighting in the chat, we got to talk a little longer. So it's kind of fun.
Always good.
It's like the fights.
No, this is always a hoot.
Yeah. So we want to preview next week's topic? I think Joe, you're the only one who knows what the fuck it is, because I'm so confused at this point.
Drive Gods. Okay, let me go on my YouTube real quick. What is it? What have I posted for next week?
I got so confused.
Oh yes. Next
Friday.
This is about YouTubers.
Right. This is about Dungeon Tubers.
I like this one.
Yeah. The dungeon. Why is Dungeon Tube imploding? And that's what we're going to talk about.
Yep. The people who are leaving, right?
The vast, huge people who have YouTube channels about D&D, and they're throttling back, or they're leaving, or they're doing whatever,
pivoting or changing, and
that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk about that. I talk about something else.
Talk about, do you?
But it's still relevant.
Now I got to listen. I generally don't want to listen to you guys before I do mine, so I'm clean. With rare exceptions, I want to come in clean, but I might listen to it now just to see, because you're intrigued.
I try to take a tangent off the topic.
Okay. All right. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I got to listen to it. I think you did drop it, right? So I think
I've dropped that one and the one a week later. Yeah.
So we're all good.
You got a lot of homework to go.
Yeah. All right. As I go and get my nighttime routine done, I'll listen to your video then, man. All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we will see you. Our next video, you know the topic, and on our next live is going to be on the 3rd. All right. So
is it
3rd of May?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep. May 3rd. Awesome.
Yep. And that'll be a controversial one. The topic that we're going to be talking about, I can tell you that. So that'd be interesting to do. And then on the 26th, I'll be doing, weather permitting, next Sunday, I'll be doing the Joe and Bro Fire Pit Show, talking about stuff. And my God, we still got 74 people watching, guys. Joe, you beat me at 19. I guess your people woke up, Joe.
Well, I got 20 if you include Facebook. So
okay, all right, yeah. Your people woke up. I guess to take their middle of the night pee.
Give it 2 days, and my views will eclipse you all as God.
Again, it's the age of your viewers. They forget they watched it already because the dementia's kicked in, and they got to watch it again.
I will take it. I will take it.
Take the fucking views.
I will take the views.
I will take the views, damn it. I will take
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Take it easy.